What was initially European farmland would later morph into a holiday settlement destination for visiting Greeks and Italians. But now this particular area is a hotbed for real estate development. We are told that 50 houses are built and completed in this particular estate every year. The winds of change have rapidly been blowing across this particular estate over the last 50 years. What was initially bare land has now since been replaced by picket fences, high walls, and a stiff competition among area residents on who can build the most beautiful and dynamic residential house. Welcome to the Garden Estate of 2019, a place where real estate, architecture and infrastructure development is on an all-time upward progression. Nearly every corner you turn, you meet a house under construction. Most of these are privately owned, but if you want to rent a 4-bedroom apartment, you may part with close to 240,000 shillings according to the House Consult Index. Among the key attractions for the estate is the newly built Surabhi Estate complex. The mini section located within Garden Estate is now the nectar, drawing in rich tenants seeking to spend serious cash on a home investment for themselves and their families. The Surabhi housing project was meant to have high-cost, low-density houses. As such, you can only find 17 of these specially built structures. The spacious interior comprises of a 4-bedroom and a backyard. And for this splendor, you'll have to part with 47 million shillings to buy a house here. The intention is to keep a close-knit society within this estate. The project was completed in 2018, awaiting occupation. Property value here has gone up sharply over the last 10 years, and especially after completion of construction of the Thika Superhighway.
It has grown, and especially after Thika Road Superhighway. Now the growth is very good, because before that you use 3 hours to go to city center, so people didn't like this area. 4 hours, okay, but now it's a bit better. You can see development are coming up.
But the boom in real estate has provided many with an opportunity at employment. We meet Julius Nzioki going about his business within the estate. He doesn't live in Garden Estate, but draws employment from this area. He forms part of a group of casual laborers who assist in security and construction services in Garden Estate.
Hii area niko na experience naye kutoka hii area, ukiona vile imedevelop all the way to Kamiti. Imedevelop quite ninio kwa muda kidogo sana. Up to ninio almost Kiambu Road. Hii area tunaita ninio Kirigiti. All that region unapata manyumba zimekuwa erected, hata unashindwa pesa inatoka wapi ya kujenga hizi manyumba.
Julius works as a security officer within the estate, an estate that in 1991 only had about 150 housing units, but boasts of over 500 homesteads spread across more than 75 acres of land. Douglas Juma has been working as an assistant foreman in many of the homes under construction. It's a job he has been doing for close to 4 years now.
Pesa iko juu, wadosi ni wengi. Wadosi hapa ni wengi sana. Unaona hata hii plot imeshanunuliwa ikikuwa hivi. Sasa wanataka kujenga. Unajua wakianza kazi ndo tunapata kazi. Unaona kama hii wiki mimi sijaenda kazi juu sijaona kazi rahisi. Lakini kazi iko mingi. Tunafanyanga kazi.
The general area has been zoned for low-density residential houses for one-family dwelling units. But alongside the impeccable history that accompanies the estate is yet another not known to many. Douglas Juma has agreed to take us to where he lives, and no, it's not a palatial 4-bedroom house. Even though he lives within Garden Estate, getting to Juma's home requires a trek, and one which takes us through thickets, unmarked walkways and dingy alleys. After about 10 minutes of walking, we get to a location dotted with makeshift shanty houses. This is the side of Garden Estate you don't get to see every day. The area is known as Macau. It started back in 1961 before Kenya attained her independence. Back then, a vast majority of the area comprised of British farmlands and coffee plantations. Many Africans who moved to the city sought work as coffee pickers and subsequently needed a place to stay. This zone inadvertently became a home for them, as many built mud houses for accommodation close enough to the coffee plantation where they lived. The area came to be known as Macau, an adaptation from the name Macau, which belonged to a then famous local traditional liquor producer from Machakos known as Macau. Nowadays, Macau is home to close to 350 families. It is a small informal settlement surrounded by big beautiful buildings hiding a zone riddled with numerous challenges.
Maji yenye wanatumia hapa ni kuya kisima yenye imechimbwa chini, na hiyo maji sio safi sana, na maji yenye inakuja kwa upande wa wanaitwa kanjo, hiyo wanalepesa kwa 20 liters ni 10 bob.
Lakini shida yenye tuko nayo ni maji kwa wiki unachota Jumamosi na Jumapili, lakini siku zingine kama hujajota hakuna mahali unatoa maji. Ni hivi hao wadosi wako na matengi nini, wanastore maji kwa matengi, lakini sisi hapo kama una mitungi hakuna mahali unatoa maji.
Wengine tumekuwa tukikalishia mashamba wenyeji, lakini wakifikia kudevelop unapatwa na unaambiwa tumekupatia notice either ya wiki moja, mwezi moja, na labda huyu mtu umemchungia shamba yake sana, hata unaona ni kama ana ile mkono wa kurudisha. Ndio sababu at least tuone wanatujali tukiwa huko pamoja nao.
Houses are rented here for 2,500 shillings a month, but that is if your house has electricity. Those without go for 900 shillings. A majority of casual workers within the estate live here.
Sana sana watu ni wakibarua, watu hawajaandikwa, ni wenye wameandikwa ni wadogo sana. Sasa wenye wanafanya kibarua ndio wako wengi sana. Kwa pesa yenye wanapata ya chini sana, unaweza ona mtu anapata shilingi 300, 400 ikilekea. Na hiyo ni pesa ya kwa ukiangalia maisha ya sasa. Kwa hiyo pesa ni sio pesa, ni pesa ya chini sana. Na inatakikana mwenye nafanya kibarua nafanyia 700 ikilekea mbele.
Many work in construction, but others are employed here at the Castle Garden Restaurant and Lodging. This structure is the oldest business establishment in the entire area, having been started in December 1968. What is now known as Castle Gardens was initially Castle Inn, a business entity that was inherited from the colonial government, where white settlers made merry and drowned themselves in liquor.
That was the only place you could go for social activities, like those who are taking beer or, you know. Otherwise, there were no amenities here. And if there was anything, either you go to Kenya breweries. That's where you would have gone. Otherwise, no social activities.
Now, the business has grown and diversified, even housing accommodation rooms as well as a conference hall.
But bado tunajenga.
Current General Manager Stephen Kingori believes the business empire is very well tied to the rich history contained in the estate.
Castle Gardens it's like a landmark within the garden estate, having the history of the JM family, so it's known for a long time. It has been there. There has been other people have been running the restaurant before. There are these people like the late Paul Gay, who are the pioneers of during the independence. They all have been living around here. So this has been their pub since even that time. So it's a well-known history for a long time.
The business is among a number of private entities located within the estate and whose presence continues to shape the narrative that surrounds Garden Estate.
Tell us what, in your opinion, makes Garden Estate unique from any other estate in Nairobi? What makes it different?
Yeah. Here, at least there's air of peace and privacy. Okay? And maybe, perhaps, if you had a bigger land, you can subdivide, sell maybe, and you live.
Mashamba hapa yako ngali sana. Because kwa plot moja kama hii, now it is going for something to do with 30 million. 30 million.
Huku maisha ni mazuri, si mbaya. Tena huku salama iko sawa. Ukiona njiji ya askari wanapitanga kila wakati, ukiangalia unajua huku wadosi ni wengi, paka wawalinde nini, watchman wako wengi. Hasa huku ukipita hata saa 7 ya usiku hutashikwa na kitu yote. Hata matime tunatokanga huko Rosters kuangalia mipira ya usiku kama jana. Niliangalia mipira vile timu za England zinacheza. Kutoka huko ukikuja huku njia ni mzuri, hakuna mambo ati unashikwa mara nini, hapana. Njia iko safi, barabara iko safi.
For Area Code, I am Timothy Otieno.